Random video thought, but most of y'all are better off as hourly employees. Me, I'm a salaried employee, so like I can work as much or as little as the government wants me to. And because of that, I try to work as little as they need me to. Because like I don't get paid for anything extra. Like I could work 10 days straight and I'll get paid the exact same towards my check or at the end of the year. That's why a lot of people want to go for salaried because like they typically have higher salaries. Like once you go over 100K for the most part, you are a salaried worker because like jobs don't want to keep paying people over 100K. Honestly, it's more like 80 to 90K probably. At that point, that's where you're going to be a salaried worker. But most of you are just better off getting paid for your time. Because, like, as a salary worker, they don't care. Come in, do what your contract states. But as an hourly worker, they might not want you there as much. So you have more time on the outside to do other things. Now then, does my job work me that hard? No, not at all. But when it does call me in randomly, I was like, man, I know I'm getting paid for this. I technically get paid for everything I do, but still, I wish I got paid more when I had to come in on off times. So that's why most of you are better off being an hourly worker. But I get that when you're in the hourly working trap, you just have to, because you usually have lower wages than a salaried worker. At that point, you got to like just do more overtime just to get to the point where a salaried worker would be at. And if you're a salaried worker at a bad job, it's just like, man, you'd probably be better off hourly because of how much you're working. But still, it's just like most of you probably would be better off if you're making like under 80K, because like some people do have 45K salaries, which is wild to me. I think I was technically on a 45K salary because I was in a sales job. So like everything else I earned was commission. Now then, good or bad, that's just what it was. But I technically could earn more money if I worked more. So, and also for people who are just working the 40-hour work week and they're on an hourly salary, 40 hours probably isn't enough anymore, man. And that's crazy to me. Like, I remember when I was first working at Walmart at 19, I was like, bro, this is insanity. Like, I'm working this much for not that great of a check. Like, I was making like $1,000 a month, 1,200 to like $1,500 a month, right? I think I was making $10 an hour, and I went up to like $13 an hour at some point. It wasn't that great. It wasn't great at all, but that's what I had to do at that point. And I didn't really understand then. Maybe I should have just worked more. Because I remember they tried to put me on a schedule like 7 to 50 hours. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this. Because at that point, I was really going hard on streaming at that point, not really even YouTube. I was trying the YouTube thing, it wasn't working. I was like, bro, I'm going to go all in on streaming / YouTube. So I would cut up the streams and stuff. So I'm like, bro, I don't want to be here. I want to be at home streaming. I made no money doing that, and I spent more money on my YouTube than I probably should have. But that's just what I'm saying. The 40-hour work week is not gonna help most of you get ahead. It's not helping me get ahead right now because thankfully, I honestly only work 40, 35 hours maybe. I work a little bit less than most people, so 45, 35 hours, and I get paid a pretty decent salary in my opinion. But I want to get ahead faster. Just like, and so like even if I want to get out, because right now I am kind of trapped, especially with how the economy's looking right now. Because like if you don't have like either a very high paying salary and no debt, okay, no, you have a low paying salary and no debt, you'd probably be fine. But one thing will probably push you into debt. If you have a high salary with medium debt, so you got a decent looking car, you got a pretty nice house, you got some credit card debt because like maybe you were going on vacations or whatever, boom, you still need your job. And both of those things, like one little thing's going to partly push you over the edge into debt. And while I'm here, like I know I won't have any medical debt scares. The only thing I would probably have is a car scare because I still rent my apartment. So anything that happens in my home, I'll be fine. Like I'm going to get them to pay for it. And right now, the most I'll do is rent a home, because owning a home right now it's not a scam, but unless you have adequate capital to fix anything that breaks, so more than likely you need $20,000 to $30,000 on hand at all times for any home repairs. So nothing, and even that's not going to stop you against like your roof caving in or something, or like a random house fire, because insurance companies don't want to pay out a lot of the time. So that's that. So yeah, bro, if you're find something on the side, man. 40 hours just isn't enough, especially if you're an hourly worker. It's just probably not enough anymore. If you're a salaried worker, you're probably working more than 40, but you're not getting compensated for it. So that just means everyone needs to find something on the side. TikTok, YouTube, they're not oversaturated. Content is content. I'm running out of content to watch right now because I'm sort of on a YouTube binger right now. I'm trying to study channels that I like, trying to study channels that are growing, study channels that are blowing up, and I'm like, yo, I'm running out of content to watch. That means someone else could fill that niche. That means I could probably be in that niche for someone else who's doing the same thing that I'm doing. So, yeah, man, start a YouTube, but I know everyone doesn't want to be a content creator. Start something on the side, because I do want to start a side business outside of YouTube. YouTube would just be like this thing that I do to talk, get my thoughts out. I still do want to get paid for it, but it is what it is. And like my actual side business is what I want to make $2K a month from, $3K a month from, on top of my regular job, because like that's probably gonna be way more stable than YouTube. Because if you guys don't mess with my content at some point, then boom, I'm out of a check, and I don't want to have to make fake content, because like it's gonna feel like a job at that point, and not just something I come on here and yap for. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please sub.